No randoms.
Ooh.
Good ball.
About to start the music podcast.
Hey, yo.
Wow. Man, Virgil's got some balls. Dipping his head in there like that.
Here. We back. It feels wrong to go out before we get to like the Nas part. Did we leave at ASAP?
Nah, it's smooth. Nas hits that hook. So
Maybe we'll have to
just
catch
fine.
it on the way out.
There it is.
But that's a mood for the start of the year. Welcome to 2022, and welcome to the No Randoms podcast.
Welcome.
You
What up, what
got
up?
your host, Kev. I'm here by myself. That's not true. What's up, y'all?
What up? Anton is back.
Oh, Markus is here
I haven't
too.
talked to you guys since last year.
All right, Happy New Year.
It's been a
Happy New
minute. There he is, producer Markus in the house.
Year. Yeah, I'm here.
Right now we got the PC gamer. Your boy got on PC and now he's a new man.
Nah. I'm still on PS4. Just play Apex on PS4.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. He's a new guy.
Most important piece of news, though. Shout out this man's shirt, though, representing for the OG.
RIP.
Yo, can we? You know what? You made a
The
good
full
point.
horseman right here.
I respect where Markus is coming from. I've heard two important things from him today. Number one, shout out to the GOAT Betty White. Number two, shout out to the GOAT John Madden.
Right.
Shout out. Man,
Lost two good ones this year.
I'm pouring two out.
you know what I thought a lot about was I'm pretty sure a lot of new kids just learned that Madden was named after him.
After John Madden.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think I saw something that the last game he called. You remember the Super Bowl with Jerome Bettis?
Yeah.
It was the Steelers against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was a junior in high school. Like for real. That was a minute ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think he said
He's,
one
and if you
word.
go back to what was that? What's that? Our second episode where we talked about the overlap of how the Madden game really changed the landscape of football. At all levels,
Yeah.
right? It really
Right.
opened up the playbook and opened up the sport to not only millions of Americans, right, but also just globally. It really put American football in the hands of millions and millions. So really, shout out to him.
Honestly.
RIP John Madden.
Rest in peace.
Shit. Well, we lost two goats, but we're excited. Still, we move on. And we're excited to have this kind of special episode today, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. Starting 2022 off strong. It's crazy to be here already.
Right.
Shoot, I'm ready. I appreciate the consistency, and that's maybe my number one podcast resolution is for us to stay consistent. Because we've seen maybe a lot more progress than we should have. You guys know when we talk about it on our own, our goal is just to do this with each other and have fun. And also carve out time to play some games, as we get kind of older and busier. But we're having lots of success, and people are appreciating the work that we're putting out and the ideas that we have. So, with that said, let's kick our year off with what we're most excited for, right? A little bit of predictions, a little bit of things for y'all to keep your eyes out. Who wants to go first?
Let me get up in here, man. I don't be going first too much.
do
I
it.
mean, Jvone be trying to take the thunder.
Stop, bro. I'm a point guard, cuz.
Hey, you know what? When you're hot, you're hot.
Right.
IT over here.
Right. This man, Russell Westbrook right here, he playing for stats.
You old triple-double.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Nah, man. I mean, I had come across this, looking for what's going to be big and, gaming trends that I think are going to be taking over the market. Definitely over this last year, as every episode, I feel like we've been talking about, the meta and this, Xbox and things like that and what their plans are. But to see how it's, kind of coming to light, like especially how we started on like episode 1, like, hey, people should talk about doing this, with the people that are actually in that field. And then now, we see like the Eli and Peyton show and, a lot more other streamers and things. So, I think that that kind of entertainment, the gaming entertainment is going to take over, like what I have here. So what is this? Live sports in general is having a valuation bubble moment. In 2021, the NFL negotiated over $100 billion in media rights deal. Let's see. even Bolero, the operator of bowling facilities, saw a huge valuation spike at 2.6 billion in 2021. There's no other outcome where esports don't benefit, you know, from this type of change in the industry, especially like you're saying with the rise in Twitch and everything. So I really think that we're going to see a lot more streamers and, you know, a lot more people taking deals and coming to the big screen. And then
and that's
especially
the one thing. Well, if I can chime in with it, just because we talk about media a lot, right? So when I'm doing the business path and I'm talking about marketing, membership, advertising, media, and we talk about everything from co-streaming of Arcane, right? Remember how Twitch did that with Netflix, where they like whitelisted Arcane so you could watch it on Twitch with your audience?
Yeah.
To what? Not Nick Merckx, but he would be great. Isn't he a Packers fan? No, he's a Buccaneers
Bucks fan.
Swag, what Swag's doing with the NFL, right? And so that when we're watching these live sports, so we've got Peyton and Eli doing their thing on Monday Night Football, and then we've got Swag doing Thursday Night Football. It's like, it's not even a jump anymore. They're doing the same thing. They've come together, and we started talking about that 6 months ago, and now it's, you know, reaching maturity.
Hey, what do you think Swag's stats were in high school?
He played football?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, his esports stats.
Because just like hearing you saying, like,
Swag.
you
He doesn't
know,
look
what
super
Swag's
athletic.
doing with football, like, you know, I appreciate gaming and what they're doing as far as like bringing attention to sports. But like when I when I do be seeing Swag and shit, them niggas that be like repping it, I'd be like, bro, how many touchdowns you got, bro? Like, what's some Pop Warner?
Well, you know,
you check the record books, bro.
let me check the paperwork.
Check the record books.
That's why I say someone like a Nick Merckx is such a good authentic fan.
Yeah.
He seems like a real Buccaneers fan. You know what I mean? Like I would enjoy watching the game with him at the bar. And so there's a sweet spot of kind of identifying and participating with the right people for the right communities. This is something I want to talk about a lot this year. I see some cool opportunities. You guys have seen that the Players League that Thing Sub Nation has coming out. That I've seen the website, so I know I'm not betraying any type of NDA operations. But it's, you know, an esports league that is by and for professional athletes, and that's when I started to think about when this could start to get really fun and interesting. Because, like you're saying, Jvo, who do I want to watch the soccer match with? Maybe I want to watch this match with Drogba and Steven Gerrard or something like that. You know what I mean? And spice it up and make it specific to this game. I don't really care to watch it with Micah Richards, even though I love him. Or maybe Markus and I do. Whatever. We're getting lost on that. Hyped on the media, though.
Yeah, so I think a lot of that just like in-home, you know what I mean? I don't know, I just think a lot of that's going to drive the industry. I think that people aren't going to know that it's subtly coming from gaming, but slowly that's going to be, at least over not even next year, over the course of the next few years to come, especially with the way that, you know, technology and blockchain and all that. Be ready, man. We're going to be coming to the big screen.
It's exciting.
And especially with the way phones are coming too, man, it's going to be instantly accessible for everybody, so.
I'm enjoying it. We need like a booyaka. We need more sound.
That exit from Java.
Then leave.
I just be thinking, man, like the stuff that we talk about now, you know what I mean? Like 2 to 3 years ago would have been considered like so nerdy, and just now, like, I don't want to, if there's any silver lining through the pandemic, you know what I mean? I feel like it's like people are really seeing like the true value, like, and it's like, you know, and just how you can use it, you know what I mean? We've talked about health and sports and everything else. It's like people are finally seeing like the real benefit of it.
You gotta stop plugging me in too. We're gonna get lost before we even get started today. Man, being all vague, talking about the future.
Matrix, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying not to go over it. You know what I mean?
No, I do. I'm so excited. I want to dive in.
I don't want to talk for everybody. So
That boy did one Matrix experience,
Let
and
him
all of a
talk.
sudden,
Right? If we can get my boy to hop into VR, we need to put this on the podcast. Anton, you have been publicly summoned to Oculus. You gotta show up.
I've been on it. What do you mean? I just haven't.
This
caught up
nigga
with
ain't
you
been
guys
on no
a game.
Oculus. This nigga ain't been up.
Nah, I be chilling, bro.
I'll
The
buy
first
it.
couple times I got up
I
in
don't
that
buy
rec room, bro, I was low key, man. That what was it? What were they talking about? That motion sickness when you first get the VR, the VR sickness.
Boy said,
Boy, I was in there playing dodgeball. And jumping around. I had to take that headset off. Like,
ooh, yeah, you got to reset.
Jvone and I, we're out we're in Kabul, ducking and dodging snipers.
Yeah.
And this nigga's playing dodgeball. Come play the game.
That's funny.
We can't get Anton to come play the real games with
Bro.
us. He's playing like the intro room, the workspace, and like
He's
I
testing
don't know,
it out.
he's
He's
painting
testing it out.
pictures.
Right?
We're
Super
letting him
fun,
go
man.
at his speed, but we've been in operations.
Well, shoot. Speaking of VR, that's what I'm most excited about this year. Nice segue to that. I mean, to your point, even that little bit we did get to experience together was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to more of that. But yeah, man, the future of VR. I'm real curious and real excited what's to come. I'm very excited for esports because I really believe that's going to be the future of VR.
Okay.
It's really hard for me after playing Onward. It's really hard for me to come now and sit down and play Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard. I'm sorry.
For you know what, if I can say for a realism, like you guys know, Jvo is so into that realism. Remember, even like with Battlefield, he's like, I don't want to play like World War II guns. I want modern, realistic. So for the fan that's looking for a realistic or a modern experience that wants to be immersed in the action, yeah, it's going to be really hard to go back to Call of Duty or any other game.
I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited to see like what will change, to see like how we'll be able to learn through VR. You know, be able to create. That shit's going to be amazing.
We've been able to meet together.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Maybe we'll do a podcast in the metaverse.
I'm just excited that we're getting a head start on it because like like dead ass when Microsoft and Apple starts dropping theirs. Those are going to be the move, man. Because I don't know if
Were you guys on? Was that last pod?
When?
We talked about that, about how like we won't have our iPhones anymore. We won't.
I was just going to bring that up. Yeah. And I think that was last pod because it's hard when you hear that chime go off and you got to lift the headset up, check the phone. You know, when it starts.
You didn't sync yours?
So that's
What? What you mean?
You can sync it.
Well, when you get text
you got
messages.
iMessage on your Oculus.
iMessage?
I'm pretty sure there was like a messenger thing. Yeah, it gave me the option to where your messages will come up on the
Yeah,
the
that's
top.
if I message you through
That
Oculus.
doesn't surprise me.
If I use my phone and use the Oculus chat, it'll pop up. But iMessage itself.
Oh,
iMessage
that, okay,
itself, yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
look too in depth. Okay,
So,
okay.
either
Oh
way.
yeah. We're talking about iMessage,
Yeah.
but then again, when
Hardware.
Apple comes with their shit, right, and start thinking glasses, start thinking headsets, AR glasses, AR contacts, AR LASIK, right, and then it's
Just all the
you can see the
accessories.
path to where you don't need it anymore. But
Yep.
you know, why do we need these little portals to the internet when we could just see it anywhere and we could reshape it however we want, right? We could have a little
Right.
one that's phone size, or we could make it bigger and place it right here because
Yeah.
you want to watch TV and move it forward and backwards. Like monitors will be a thing of the past.
And
You want it to be curved, you just curve it, and that's going to be nuts. I got to stop.
And
the future's too exciting.
That's such a trip to be
piggyback.
because I think of like
Isn't
being
that
in the
yeah.
meta
easy?
whenever I need to like move my settings and I just like grab it. and
well,
move
what
it.
5 years. 5 years. 5 years, the monitor in front of you that you're looking at, you'll be able to grab
Yep.
it, pinch it, and just however you
Yeah,
want.
it's a
yeah.
Well,
Well, the hardware I'm looking most forward to the hardware that that'll be coming in the future, and to piggyback off of what Anton said earlier, like it is unfortunate that VR might not be for everybody as far as like the whole motion sickness, where it's like that's where I do appreciate they do have the seated mode where you can play, you
Yeah,
know.
Right.
I do like that.
But I do think that it will get better as far as like just whatever the technology has come. Like I imagine like a bungee system, like in the middle of your like a space like this, and you're like strapped to, where you're almost kind of like floating. You know what I mean? So your feet are barely touching the ground.
yeah.
I
Do you
imagine
play
something like
hardwired?
that.
Well, they have
Extreme-
those. Have you seen them?
Is it through Wi-Fi or can you hardwire your Oculus?
Both.
Yeah, it's all Wi-Fi.
It's all Wi-Fi.
All Wi-Fi?
You can hardwire it, but it's all
wire it,
Wi-Fi.
but that would really mess up the experience. That's what we were talking about earlier with like the PC connection. It's cool because you can do so much more, but that's the point, is being able to move. Like, that's the
Like, be
next
free.
concept
Right.
I start to talk about more in 2022 here this year, is moving from like these databases and web-based, or not web, but like internet-based concepts to spatial concepts. So when I talked about Web 3.0 being the umbrella, the real umbrella is spatial web, like spatial computing. That's what we're really getting to, and that's the idea, is just interacting with experiences, right?
Yeah.
Anything that's plugged in, even think of our phone. Now we're locked into this, and then we plug it in and charge it up for a bit, and then we get it out, and we can work only through this, but we're all plugged in somewhere. So either way, that's the future, is to get away from that plug.
So yeah, that's what I'm most excited. This is just VR, and with the future, of VR this year. So
You have that Beat Saber, you
That's
said?
incredible.
Beat Saber, bro. Let me tell you about that. That's a workout, but that
That's
was
what
so
Shadow's
much fun.
doing.
Look, I didn't want to do it. I was hating. I was like, I ain't gonna do this shit. I ain't gonna dive into this shit. Don't let me talk about Population 1. That's another thing. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I had to get it set up for my kids, and then one day I tried it out, and I was vibing, bro. You start feeling it. There's walls you got to dodge and shit, but it's like all on point. So you can like try to make it look, me, I'm trying to make everything look hella smooth. So you'll sit there and try to like, do a little body roll or some shit. Hey,
With all his dancing moves.
That reminds me of like Peloton, where like I'm doing the Peloton, and I'm like, yeah, there's one way to do this, but if you really want to, do well,
bro,
kinda
you killing it. Hey, you killing me.
beat a little bit.
Kelly felling, bro. Ootin' and tootin'.
My man Cap was like,
Then leave. Hey,
Hey, you know what?
leave. Hey.
I was that top 10% though. You know what I mean? I'm a competitor.
yo.
You boy's an athlete.
That's
I'm on
hilarious.
that
Hey,
Peloton
yo.
talking about get that head, get that
Then
bread.
leave. Hey.
Hey, let me live. All right, let me live.
Keeping the pace.
That's awesome.
Top 10%.
That's
I'm
good.
dead.
Nah, man, that VR is gonna be good.
Yeah,
though.
man.
If you haven't done
Yeah.
it, definitely check it out. It's worth the investment. Especially not even from a gaming side too. I like the tours and everything else they have on there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
I put my. I don't know if you guys did like the little. There's like a bug experience where you can see like killer bugs, but in like they're just giant, like 200 feet
Oh,
tall.
wild boy.
Anton's face got mad serious. Hold on a minute, where?
I thought of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, bro.
Dude, yeah, for real. And I put, I was like, hey, Mom, come over here. On Christmas, she was over,
Damn, I
and I
just
was like,
dated
just sit
myself.
down for a minute. You did, for real. And I put it on my mom, and she, 20 minutes. Wow.
That's funny.
She was lost. man.
Yeah.
She was lost.
It's hilarious.
So, yeah, the experiences are definitely worth it.
Yeah. I also did that meditation.
Awesome stuff, man.
That thing is really cool too. I tried
You
that.
can
out.
meditate on the VR.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy.
Meditative experiences.
try that out.
It's nuts. Yeah. Yeah, definitely try it. Marcus,
You got
what do you got
goals.
for us? What are you hyped on in the year 2022 that we are now in? It's upon us.
I'm hyped on PC gaming because I really think I'm gonna make the switch overall. Just keep my PS4 to the side.
Oh,
But,
no.
Now, only because there's this game Lost Ark coming out, which I'm really excited for. I'm a fan of MMORPG games, especially when it's a looter. And it
What's it called?
Lost Ark.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. Really
With the
excited
K.
about that game.
Got it.
Check it out. Gotta get a PC.
Like Noah's.
It'd be nice to have everybody on a PC, right? We just hop on the Discord, play all the games we want. We can share games.
Look at this man.
Think about it.
Look at this man.
Think about it.
Oh, you know what? It's like you took him to church. Like Davo took him to church with him one time, and he came back out like, y'all ever heard of? Y'all been to church? You guys
Y'all ever heard of this
Have you heard
PC
of our
stuff?
Savior?
Hey,
y'all ever
got
heard
it.
of our Savior?
That's funny.
Hey,
bro.
see,
Savior
like
PC
that, yeah.
Christ over here.
Zach just
This
got
man
a
trying
PC.
to get everybody
He's
on the
loving the
PCs.
experience. He was getting
It's-
cut up yesterday though for not being able to
You
play
know
Halo.
what's been the most interesting part of this whole experience from my perspective with you all hopping on PCs has been, I was just talking to my buddy Eric about this at work. Like I live, I don't know, I spend 2 to 10 hours on my computer every day, sometimes more. But I'm all, you know what I mean? Like I live right here on this monitor with this webcam, like whether I'm in Teams, screen sharing, create all the time. I live in my computer. But for some of you guys who don't always just spend as much time, hanging out in the computer, that's been the most fun for me, is to watch you guys experience, but then also grow and change some of the tools. Like, again, we were just talking about Discord, and I'm like, oh, you guys are all on Discord now. It's so weird to have all my homies on Discord. Like, it's not like a newish thing, but now you guys are hanging out in here all day. So again, when I go back to work too, it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Because again, I have Discord open on my work computer all the time.
I just like how accessible
having my guys on Teams.
And I appreciate, like, I pay for the little Nitro, so I get to stream in like 1080 and whatnot.
Nitro.
What that does? Tell me about Nitro.
I get benefits of like streaming. So
how much it
so
costs?
the streaming quality just looks a lot better for you guys when you go to watch it.
Discord Nitro.
Some other shit.
So okay, hold on a couple seconds. So Discord, right? Like, in fact, my fiance was asking me, like, what's Discord again? If you don't know what Discord is, it is Slack, just not for work scenarios. Have you guys ever used Slack?
No, but Teams. Teams.
See,
it's
that's
Teams.
what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah,
the idea
It's
you
Teams.
guys-
That's
insane.
the new one now, right?
Anybody else, like, in whatever, the business world, whatever, if I was like, it's Slack, they're like, oh, automatically I get it. And it just occurred to me yesterday that it's exactly the same thing. They're just branded different. You use Slack at work, and you like organize your different teams, and you have little channels, and you like work on projects, and you could imagine how effective it would be to get things done if you had Discord, but for just one organization,
Right.
And then the different servers are different teams, but then you can cross whatever. You get it.
Slack.
But just to explain it quickly, so yeah, it's Slack for anything. It's really taken hold in the gaming circles. And Jvone, you're describing Nitro, which is their like paid service, right?
Yeah, there's their paid
Is it a
service.
monthly thing?
Yeah, monthly service. It gives, again, it
How much?
allows $9.99.
$10 a month. Okay.
Allows me to stream in HD quality, larger, I believe, file saves. I get access to emoji, stickers, more customization to my Discord server. And
Does this have? Is it connected to your Twitch? Or when you mean broadcasting, is broadcasting to your communities, like screen sharing?
broadcast, yeah. So screen sharing, broadcasting to
Right.
my Discord community.
Okay.
So you can join my Discord, or our Discord, as we have our No Randoms Discord that we keep in contact with. So you can have different sub channels on the left hand side you can control, where if you want like specific topics or specific games we like to play. So whoever's on Apex might jump in the Apex chat. Whoever's on Destiny might jump on the Destiny's chat. Then therefore you know who's playing what, rather than it being like, hey nigga, what you doing? Blah. It's just a better way to stay connected through gaming, I feel.
Right.
Like. And yeah, I mean, yeah. So,
The one I have
Okay.
for my DayZ server is incredible, dude. They literally have even like a
That
shit
part.
talking one.
it's a better way to stay.
Like I've been in a Discord server for Flagrant 2, like Andrew Schultz's group, for I don't know 5 years. But that's how it started off. Like it's incredible for gaming, but then people use them just for community, like,
yeah.
just for
sharing information.
whatever type of community.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like sharing information, watching TV, right? If you're streaming live and we can watch whatever new, like we said, we have the match on right now. For those types of things, that's good to know because and I'm always thinking of again that media angle. But where does Twitch begin and Discord end?
Yeah.
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 Very cool. Thank you for schooling me a little bit because
we learn together,
I've been
bro.
using it for a while, but not really with my friends.
I just do what
right?
cool
like,
kids
not really
do.
with people I want to. All types of verification things, and then a couple of communities. Like I said, mostly Schultzy.
No, I was thinking about that. That'd be good. If it gets big enough, we need to have expand the No Randoms Discord. That'd be dope. It'd be a good way to interact.
Yeah, get people involved. It'll end up being a lot. We will get there. All right, are we on me now?
Yeah. What are you excited for?
Yeah, man.
The,
What are you excited
All right,
for, dog?
shoot.
bro, make
How
that
to not get too lost. I think y'all could tell I've been reading too many books on this little winter break. I can't stop. Like again in the house, they're like, even in the house, they're like, wow, okay, I get it. The internet. I'm like, I got y'all. Everyone's excited. But for me, it naturally, kind of the marriage of the two topics I've been talking about most lately. So blockchain gaming is what I'm most excited about in the gaming industry, for several reasons. But not unlike what we just said with Discord, it's one of the things where I think that the technology and the offering of the platform is a lot larger than what we know.
Yeah.
But you kind of need a vehicle to show you, right? To kind of get you there. So same thing with Discord, when it's like, so what do you use that for? The best example was with gamers, and we were able to really make that clear, right? So same thing, I think, with blockchain technology. A lot of where it's going, I think, will be made really clear by gamers. So I borrowed 2 articles, and I kind of put them together, and we'll make it quick. But 2 of them, the first one is, how is blockchain transforming the gaming industry? And that's from analyticssteps.com. The second one is, unblocking blockchain. Gaming is the tipping point for mass adoption. And that one's from toptal.com, Toptal. So quickly, I just, I wrote down, what do I got? 8 key points about, that outline how blockchain will make gaming and our gaming experience so much better in 2022. In no particular order. The first one, it will increase the security of the gaming market, which we know has become really, well, it's always been important, but again, as we've pushed further into online games, and now it feels like all games are online. Over the break, I was looking for some like local 2-player games to play with my family. There's not so many. There's really not a great offering. There's not a ton. So many of the games that we found are really online. So either way, we know when we say games now, we mean online gaming. It's pretty rare to play a disconnected game. So with that, the security risks are always relevant, specifically with y'all, as we're talking about PC gaming, right? With your PC gamers, when you game somewhere and you do other things there as well, you might have some really specific or personal information on your PCs. So either way, it's dangerous, and blockchain, as you guys know, we spent time talking about how it can kind of beef up defense and kind of decentralize. So here, just hackers will find it nearly impossible to break into data across the server because of blockchain's strength of decentralization and highly effective data encryption measures. So the same way that we protect our wallets in the future, right? Bitcoin, etc., will be how we can protect our games and our gaming information, and thus our PCs. So really important. Number 2, enhancing the ownership of in-game assets.
Look forward to this one.
Yeah, this one's awesome. This one's really cool. So it says, by introducing more transparency and legislation to the gaming business, blockchain technology can also help with in-game asset ownership. Actual digital ownership, which will allow players to exchange scarce goods and profit, is one of the most important elements of blockchain-supported gaming. You guys get it? It's obvious, it's exciting. We talked about NFTs for a long time, so maybe one simple use case I'll talk about, or what I've been most excited about, and I think I think everyone's missing this entirely, but no surprise. So I don't. They're talking about like you can get the best skins, or like let's say we're talking about 2K for an example, right? An easy example, NBA 2K game. You can get like unreleased Jordans from Nike's thinking about the NFTs, or even imagine if you built in stats to them, right? Like +3 to your shooting if you get this shooting sleeve. That's what everyone's talking about, and that's cool, but power ups. That's old school. That's loot crates. That's, what I mean? When we're in NFT space, and this is a larger conversation for me, but we have to remember how collections work and what we want to collect, right? So we don't just collect things, we collect experiences and people. So, right, like think of tour merch, right? You have a hoodie from a concert. You could order a fake hoodie from that concert off of Etsy, but it's not the same. No. You get tour merch because you were there. Exactly. I got this Coachella hoodie. And then someone goes, "Oh, you were at Coachella 2016?" And you go, "Yeah, me too." Right? We're collecting moments, people, fucking experiences. Poser. So when we go back to 2K, I don't want I don't want your J's. This man's a phone. I don't want. I don't want your J's that give me +3 to shooting, because I'm not that type of competitor. I play a whole bunch of games, just like we talk about Fortnite. I play a bunch of stuff, but they get me to go in there and buy skins once in a while. Not like it doesn't make me better. I might want some J's that have significance. Maybe they were Michael Jordan's, like Michael Jordan plays NBA 2K, and these are the ones that he plays it, right? Or if you're a big fan of someone who actually plays 2K, like a 2K streamer, whoever's like the number one player, maybe he played for a whole year, or she, maybe they played for a whole year in one pair of shoes, and you can get that person's shoes. Does that make sense?
Right.
Then digitally, if I'm a fan of that NBA 2K player, so whether it be a real, like an NBA player, or a 2K streamer, whoever that is, I can now purchase their items. It's collectibles. It's just like in real life where you go and you buy game-worn shoes. But this is where it becomes a lot more fun, because if I'm in 2K and I buy your game-worn 2K shoes, now I can use them. I can't do anything with a pair of LeBron shoes that I get from him. He wears size 50, you know? He's got his size 18 shoes that, again, they also will degrade if I were to play in them, but I can't even wear them. There's no sense. There's no use for them other than just having them and looking at them. I can't even take them out with me every day when I go play basketball at the court with my friends, right? Like, look what I got. They have to be up here, like my posters and stuff.
Yeah.
But in video games, right, now that we have NFTs, I could pull up to the court in LeBron's game-worn shoes, and everybody can tell that I've got, you know, a one of 10 pair of shoes, etc., etc. Yeah. You guys get the concept, but I think what's much more appealing about this in-game ownership is going to be the transfer of items from person to person, right? I've got the MP5 that Ninja used in his first Call of Duty game, things like that. I think are a lot more exciting than whatever Ubisoft was trying to do with
digits
Rainbow
and
Six
digits and widgets and kidgets and digits.
Digits and widgets.
I did not say
failed.
that. Yeah, lidgets and snidgets.
Because nobody plays that game anymore. And they were like, why did this fail?
Exactly. So we'll get there.
It's a cool way to like keep value of something and actually like be able to use it.
Well, again, we get value from people, you know. So I can make up examples all day, but I'm looking at the soccer match. Like Sergio Aguero had his first shirt from his new team that was available, and he put out 10. I'd want that for FIFA. And imagine if you could put it in your FIFA game and carry it across games, right? Yeah. And then you can go wear it in Tony Hawk, and then you can go wear it in Fortnite. We'll get there.
Catch me rocking Mario Balotelli's "Why Always Me" shirt.
There it is. We're getting there. Number 3. This one's really cool, actually. I'm excited to see what you guys think about this. Blockchain is bringing more control over our favorite video games, right? Protecting players from undesirable actions on the part of creators. In this scenario, players can take the wheel, extending game longevity and encouraging user content creation. Does that make sense here? So in blockchain gaming, again, the gamers that participate start to own some of that ownership, right? So when you decentralize the servers, they're no longer owned or kept, you know, wholly by the game developers.
Right.
They start to be owned by all of us, right? Just like we talked about Bitcoin, etc. So when that happens, now they can't necessarily control games anymore. So even as simple as taking your favorite game offline, you know, we're taking Skate 2 servers offline. If there's still 50 of us that play, we want to keep them going, it's up to the 50 of us, right? We can do that. So simple things, right? Little decisions. Who knows what might happen in a world where Battlefield came out with such a disaster, right? You might have more player-driven control. You truly get ownership, but not only ownership, you get a vote. You get a say in some of the decisions that are made, and you get control over the games you play.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Hit Portal. I mean, I guess Portal's a good example of like some insight of that with Battlefield, right? Like that's with the creativity of like,
I thought you meant the game.
Oh,
Portal.
I'm sorry.
I was like, I didn't play that. I haven't heard anyone mention it in a long
Portal
time.
2. Portal 1, Portal 2, Third 1, Third 2.
But yeah,
when you say that, Kev, I kind of think of like on Call of Duty, you can enter creator codes to get like certain content creators content and stuff like that, and like some of like Battlefield, I noticed like it was like Courage's like playlist, like Courage JD had like his own playlist of like games that he liked. So yeah, that's interesting seeing now like you know what I mean, like what type of deal or, you know, collab they must have made in order to like get that, like, you know, like you're saying, over time to, I'm sure, like small ownership in it or something like that, to where who knows, they could have their own server, you know, they could have their own say or something. So it's interesting to start seeing that turn already.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what I mean, right? Where you start to see you can create your own servers and you start to share the information. But once you've bought in, and for what it's worth, I mean, we spend the money on the games, we fund it. You know what I mean? We're creating it together, but you know, it should have our say in it. So we'll see how that continues to grow. But it's just like in Fortnite, where they've got that creator mode, and you can go in and play all types of different games that are gun based or not. It's just the platform. Yeah. Like you just said, you did the Unreal 5 experience for the Matrix. Yeah, you know, same situation.
Kevin, you
cannot believe
you have Destiny 2? I'm sorry, have you played Destiny 2 before?
I do. I like created my character.
But have you played it on
and
console?
then-
Do you have it on console?
Yeah, I have it on Xbox. I just haven't played it.
Played it? Okay, I'm just curious.
I got it like last night.
First time though.
And then I was in daddy mode.
Okay,
Yeah.
just curious because it'll be perfect for this next one you're going into, number 4. Yeah.
Boy over here reading
Yeah.
ahead. That's fair. Number 4. Integrated gaming profiles. Most gaming platforms require users to create a gaming profile before they can access the platform's games and other features. But blockchain gaming app users, on the other hand, can create a single integrated gaming profile that can be accessed and run across numerous gaming portals. So this is for gaming. This is also for everything, right? You'll no longer have to log into your bank and Facebook and your email. You just show up and say, "It's me." They can verify that it's you, and you're in.
Google authenticators and shit.
You can verify who you are.
Two-step authenticators,
which means passwords, different usernames, all that stuff you can start to get around, right? But for our purposes here, integrated gaming profiles is amazing. Like we just said, we all play on a bunch of different consoles or platforms, PC games, internet-based games, cell phone games. I have an Xbox, I have an Oculus, I have a place. Like, as we continue to diversify, we want to be able to pick up where we left off. And that's how titles can continue to win, especially as we push further and further into the streaming-based games, right? We'll get there. Number 5, tying assets to players instead of games. And this isn't too much different than what we talked about earlier with number 2. But again, it thereby protects the time or money investments players have made, irrespective of developer decisions. So like we said before, maybe you've amassed a giant collection of collectibles in a game, and the developers take the server off. Now you can't even enjoy your stuff. It's nothing. It's gone, right? What happens to all of our Apex skins when Apex goes away?
Right.
What do we do with it?
Right. All that.
That's going to happen eventually, and then our money is just sunk costs, right?
That's going to be the biggest.
Right. So you get to use it, but it's always diminishing. Now things are starting to switch where not only can you carry them with you, but you can not only to Apex from PC to Apex on PlayStation and back and forth, but also you can start to take some assets into other games and just with you into the future. So you might have a skin, and again, right now they're so specific, but we'll see how it gets, right? How things evolve. Yeah. But you might have a skin in Apex you take with you, and you have in a game, in 20 years, in a different game or experience for that matter.
Exactly.
Just putting more power in the players. Which is actually kind of our theme over the next 2 here. So number 6, creating a decentralized distribution network for games. So much like we just talked about, spreading out where the games come from puts them more in our power. So I was talking to my family again about first of all how impressed I am that Xbox has come back so quickly, right, and so ferociously. Talking about how that happens, and she was like, "Well, why was PlayStation the leader anyways? Is that just like because of the games they had?" And a little bit of Red Ring of Death, but a little bit of console exclusives, right? Like, there was a big hardware thing, same thing happening right now, but the name of the game for, 10 years has been console exclusives. And it's like, I play Halo, I'm an Xbox guy. I play whatever PlayStation game, I'm a PlayStation guy. Nintendo people are weird, but those things all exist. But as we continue to decentralize the distribution networks, we can start to have these games in multiple places, and it'll make it, again, easier for us players to do what we ultimately want to do, which is play with each other.
Yeah.
Excited about number 6. Again, I think one very much tied to that is number 7. Shifting the definition of a successful game away from revenue and toward in-game currency value, right, thereby reinforcing game development efforts to benefit players, right? So it's not just about how can the developers wring out as much money as possible. It's really about how good is the game and how much action is going on in the game, right? How rich is the experience? So we'll start to be able to push and pull again when we have a broader voice in what we're doing. We can make the games more user friendly. So blockchain really pushes everything toward us and away from kind of the central creators there.
No more pay to win.
And right, no more pay to win. Oh, that's why I stopped playing games for so long, man. I was like, this doesn't even make sense to me. I don't want to do this, and I was broke. Number 8, and the last one here. speaking of being broke, fixing the high cost, low revenue problems of cloud gaming. So we did talk about those things a little bit too. What's that GeForce thing, Jvo?
It's pretty much like PS Now. in a sense, like cloud.
Is that's what it's called? Is GeForce?
GeForce Now is what it's called.
Okay, well, yeah, GeForce Now, PS Now, Xbox Game Pass, all of these things. It's been tough because you want to keep the costs low because we're not going to pay a ton of money for not even specific, $5 a month, but they can't charge us high. If it's $60 a month, it doesn't make sense. I don't necessarily buy a new game every month. So they got to keep prices low for it to be interesting, but the computing power is really high, right? So we talked again about how blockchain works and how we can decentralize computing power. And so again, that can really bring these costs down and make them more accessible to us all. So that's part of what's really fueling this cloud streaming opportunities that we have. And so that's really 2022 for me, what I'm most excited about there. I think one cool way to bring it home is this quote here. So according to Josh Chapman, managing partner of Convoy Ventures, a venture firm dedicated to esports and video gaming, he says, gaming does not need blockchain. Blockchain needs gaming.
That part.
Blockchain will only see mass adoption and mass application once it provides significant value to the video gaming ecosystem. Couldn't agree more.
Hit it on the dot.
Right. Yeah. So it's like we were saying before with Discord or whatever it may be, we get the opportunity to see the benefits and see how they apply to our real life and the cutting edge. That's how we ended up where we are, right? The cutting edge, the bleeding edge of that is going to be in the gaming space. So here we are. We're doing
Speak
it.
on it, Josh.
Speak.
I work down the street from the Konami headquarters.
Word.
Really?
Drove right past it the other day, didn't even know it. I looked to my right and I was like, what the fuck? Giant ass Konami because we have 2 warehouses and I work by the UFC building, and my second warehouse is right by, I guess, the airport, which is next to the Konami headquarters. I'm looking, bro, big 3-story building, corporate office, giant Konami red letters. I'll get a picture for you boys next time. I was like,
pull up.
Yeah, I got you. But
Let's make friends over there and pull up for a tour.
right, dead ass.
Why not? Look at this.
You gotta
man.
walk in like that too. You
He's
gotta
the
walk
happy
in like
dance.
that too.
What y'all doing?
That's me at the tours. Put me on live stream.
Oh man.
I was thinking it might be kind of cool also just to run through some games coming out, kind of top of the year game launches.
I'm with it.
Want to do a little maybe January, February, March.
Let's get it.
Cool. Jabo, kick us off with January. What do we
January. All right. We have.
January.
I don't know what this game is, but it's called Madison. It's coming to PC, so I definitely have to take a look at that. We got Weird West coming to PC, Xbox, PS4 on January 11th. Excuse me. Most excited for this right here. I got God of War coming January 15th to PC.
Is that the collection or is that just the first God of War? Do you know?
That is a great question, family, and I'm gonna say it's the first God of War.
Still a great game.
And it was not on PC previously. Is that
PS4
what that means?
exclusive.
That was a Sony.
Because it was a PlayStation exclusive. Look at us learning together.
Yeah. We got Mod Builder coming to PC. We have Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection coming to PC. Or I'm sorry, PS5 January 28th, and I believe
We talked about that
get you
with
a
the
movie
movie.
ticket with that. Pokemon
Nice.
Legends of Arceus, if I'm saying that right.
They were talking about this on the
Pokemon
news
ass
the other day,
niggas.
and
They
they
were.
butchered this. Pokemon Arceus, you said?
Arceus.
Open world.
Coming to Switch.
She said it so bad.
No, that
Arceus.
Legend of Zelda.
Arceus.
Kevin, you sent me in VR trailer.
Oh, that was some hacker. Yeah, some hacker
That was
mod.
some-
Oh.
Somebody.
Oh,
they
you
modded
fucked
it?
me up.
Somebody. What do they call him, Markus?
Hacker
Pokemon
mod.
game.
Niggas, modders.
He was playing esports, I
He
think.
plugged it in, all right?
I wish you guys
Plugged
could see it.
it in.
Markus is laughing
And
at
then
me.
came up with some shit. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
Well, damn it.
That was wild.
Had CJ running around the world of Zelda.
It might be CJ.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness.
So what game is that?
It's
sad.
That's funny. I'll go ahead and go over. That was
Yeah.
January, right? I'll do February.
February.
Take us through.
Let's see. We got the Life is Strange remastered collection. Looks like it's coming to all platforms February 1st.
including Stadia.
Yeah, including Stadia,
took it.
right?
Cloud Gaming, what's up? We out here.
Let's see. One that we're all excited for. Dying Light 2. Also February 4th.
I'll be honest, I don't know what that is.
Kevin, we
Oh,
rocking.
man.
We'll take you on a ride, bro.
God, I'm such a dork in the gaming world.
You ever
like,
play,
I'm
Dead
Don't
Island?
let the VR mod
Alright,
come out for that.
We'll learn it. Play what now,
You ever play Dead Island?
Marcus?
Nah.
Nope.
Neither one of you?
No.
Never played Dead
This nigga
Island?
don't play no video games, bro.
Yeah, put that out.
Dying Light before Dying Light.
I had the opportunity, I missed it.
Dead Island was lit.
It was fun.
No.
Dang.
We'll follow up
All
on
right.
that. We got a PC game coming out February 10th, Know by Heart. We'll look into that. Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty
9
Warriors.
Empires.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
That's a game I
That's a
played.
classic
Let me
right
get
there.
that on VR. Oh my god. Let me get that.
Bro, you be fucking up everything. All that shit will be off the walls behind you, bro.
on VR.
Anton done fell out, thrown up everywhere.
Can't be running around like Naruto
I'm gonna try to do
around
a
the house.
backflip over it and throw up.
Oh,
Like,
no,
you
the
dodge
motion
me.
Sickness. Amazing.
That's funny. That's coming out. Hopefully, if you guys are good, you'll go get it for you. That comes out February 15th. Let's see. The King of Fighters. What was that?
Very old school.
15?
You never play King of Fighters? Oh yeah.
Nah. Coming
Wow,
out
that's a way
February
back.
17th. No, I didn't play that. One of the games I am most excited for, besides God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, if that doesn't get pushed back, February
Which one's better?
18th, PlayStation exclusive.
VR mod coming too.
Which one's better, Horizon or what'd you call it? The other one. God of War.
Which one am I most excited
Which one
for?
is better?
Yeah, which one is better?
God of
Just
War.
If you had to pick one right now with nothing
Oh
on the
my
line.
god, that's...
Kratos all day long.
Yeah,
I'll go with
I'd
God
probably
of
have to-
War.
I probably have to
I'm
go
going God of War.
honestly.
I
As
played
much as I
Horizon
love-
for like maybe an hour, and it was fine. Maybe 2 hours.
I beat it. I loved Horizon. That game was incredible.
It was fine.
I don't even like single player story games like that, but that and Red Dead and God
bad.
of War are the only single plair games I've
I
finished.
just remember that was the first game that I played, and you actually had to have intercourse to heal.
In the very first one, yeah. You go to the back room with those, yeah.
You just gonna disrespect
Oh,
Grand
you're
Theft
talking
Auto
about
like
God
that?
of War.
On God of War.
You're just gonna disrespect Vice City. He just the whole Grand Theft Auto 3 he threw out the window like you wasn't fucking
Nah, wasn't
in
God
the
of War
park.
before that? Wasn't God of War before the
Grand
Vice
Theft Auto
City?
3? Nigga?
Grand Theft Auto 3? Well, you didn't push. Was it button smashing? Was it an actual
It
mini
had to
game?
have been on
But was it a
PS2.
mini game? Was it a mini game? This is a
No,
full
it was
on
part
mini
of the
game, bro.
game.
You gotta hit square, circle.
Oh, not that specifics, but it had to be a mini
There's a
game
vase shaking.
where you press
wow.
at least 2 buttons
You gotta
and
keep
you can
the- you
score
gotta keep
points
the
in the
rhythm.
form of gold coins.
You gotta knock the vase over.
February is going to be February is going to be a good
That
month. Let's see,
bundle.
after that, we got Destiny 2, The Witch Queen
it's gonna be good.
expansion, February 22nd. Also, Sifu and Monarch, February 22nd, coming to PS5, PS4, PC, Switch. Sifu is going to be another awesome game. Assetto Corsa Competizione, probably said that wrong. February 24th.
Competizione.
What is that? Some racing game? Elden Ring coming to all platforms February 25th. We were talking about that. We've been seeing a lot
I
of.
heard about
Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep hearing about that. No idea what it is.
Yeah, I need to check that out a little more. And then lastly, Saints Row, February 25th, which should be interesting.
Very excited. You know, let's get into it.
I haven't played
Marcus,
Saints Row
you
in
gotta
like 10 years. So we'll see.
I've never
Me
played a
neither.
Saints Row.
Well, this is our opportunity. We're
ain't
also
no
gonna
rolling.
try and track. We'll see how we do, but try and track how many games we play this year. I think that'll be fun for
God.
us to see how many games and what games we play. You know how much fun kind of data is. So if we can stick with it, year end will be really funny.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Very true.
Marcus, you want to take us into March?
Yeah, we can do March. We got Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous coming out on Xbox One, PS4. It's March 1st. Gran Turismo 7.
Oh boy, Pathfinder.
No, not that Pathfinder.
No?
Not your friend.
This nigga.
World. That's what I've been getting off in Halo with the little
With the
little Pathfinder. Yeah, the little cause I be knowing how to use. I be launching around stuff like, oh, this is my game. I was made for this.
Yo, Gran Turismo
digress.
Gran Turismo looked
Gran
the fucking
Turismo
same.
7, PlayStation exclusive, PS5.
That shit looked the same.
March 4th.
PS5 VR.
Also, March 4th, you got Triangle Strategy. Nintendo Switch. I don't know if any of y'all... Anton, you're the only one who don't have a Switch, bro. We gotta hop on that Mario Party Superstars.
Nigga, you ain't got no Oculus.
You don't want it.
That's true. When Anton gets a Switch, I get an Oculus.
Thank you, Jvone.
Markus just gonna put the Switch on his.
Nigga said, say what? Say something.
Put it right on my face. Fuck
All
you.
right. We got Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Looks like that's coming out on all platforms.
Nope.
Another Final Fantasy for Kevin to play.
As of this morning, I'm done with Final Fantasy games. I'm out. It's too many. They can't put out
This
12
nigga
games.
Kevin
a year.
hate
I'm
Final
just ridiculous.
Fantasy.
He hates Final Fantasy.
They put out 12
put
and
out
then
12?
remaster them like 2 or 3 times.
Bro, everything is remastered in a different story version.
And then like sub
Final
accounts
version.
12 point.
You should have known. That's
1.2.
what, Square,
Right?
Square Enix?
This nigga Grand Theft
They
Auto.
hit Kingdom Hearts 1, 2,
I think Grand Theft Auto-
2.5, 2.8,
Nope, I'm out.
Kingdom Hearts HD, Kingdom Hearts
Isn't there one that's a
wants to be
fraction?
Final Fantasy when it grows up.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There is.
Yeah, I'm not,
Right.
I'm not doing math to play the game. I'm a blockchain game.
We got Rune Factory 5 on the Nintendo Switch, March 22nd. Was that Shinigami? Shibito Barrage?
I get
This
it.
shit, I don't know.
Switch and PS4. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which should be very, very good for you Borderland lovers. That's all platforms. And
I seen that recap. We got to bring it back.
the brand new Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Somebody get your boys.
Wait, what?
Somebody get your boys.
Hey, you know how it is, yeah. That's how.
What does that even mean? What are they putting out in March? Is it another remaster or like a new DLC?
It's Grand Theft Auto 5, the new one. For PS5 and
Sick.
it's new to PS5 and new to Xbox Series X.
They're dropping the actual PS5 versions because right now I think they just have like.
I
think they
hate
just
this
have
so
like
much.
what is
No.
it like the
Don't.
Yep.
content or the downloads or what do they call those?
I'm gonna
The
be so
patches.
mad.
It's like a HD patch or something like that. If you have it, you can download it. But they're actually going to drop like the next gen version of that game. They dropped that game for PS3, 4, and 5.
I'm out. I
A
can't do
decade
it.
of gaming.
Yeah.
And it's not free. So get your money ready.
Yeah, it's
I-
not like if you own the game, you can just update it.
Look, if
Which,
you're still playing
which kinda
Grand
pisses
Theft
me
Auto and
off.
Final Fantasy, you know what? If you're still playing GTA, at least it's like you could mod it and do all types of wild shit. If you're still playing these Final Fantasy games, go home.
Damn.
I'm mad about these.
I don't really get what's so fun on Grand Theft Auto, to be honest.
I agree.
To me, that's like
100%
grown-up
agree.
Roblox. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's just adult. It's,
I
it's,
watched,
it's like neckbeardy Roblox.
bro. I watched the RPs, the role plays, and I sit there and laugh at myself because my kids do the same shit with Roblox
With
on
Roblox.
YouTube. Stay there watching. It's funny.
Right.
It's funny.
You all got your life. Got your
I don't know,
street.
it's its own niche. I just don't.
That'd be amazing.
There's other games in like role playing that I find.
What I'm really
in my
surprised is
opinion,
how,
funny.
how long they've kept 5 going. And like still how many people
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
people play
I've
it,
been playing
bro.
that game since
Like,
PS3.
it's crazy. Hey.
It's gone across 2 PlayStation consoles. That's crazy.
Over 3.
They're
I
3.
did want to kind of slide in some honorable mentions that weren't coming out in the first 3 months, but that I saw on some other lists that I was like, man, we've either been waiting for these or they're tied to like really recognizable names. So I expect all these to have really large anticipation. Either way, first one, Lord of the Rings Gollum. You guys seen this at all?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yes.
I did. Yeah.
It looks
love
really
it, yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
And I think I was telling you I'm reinvigorated. Eidos Montreal has turned the corner for me. I think these film studio games have hope again. So we'll check that out. Kind of a similar world, but Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. You guys, Anton didn't.
So-
you guys played Zelda?
I played a little bit of it, yeah. Didn't beat it or anything.
When I was a kid,
Jabo?
a long time ago, yeah.
No, like
No, the
Breath
new
of
one,
the
the
Wild.
Breath
No.
of the Wild.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh my god! See, this is where I'm
No,
like,
I'm
what?
still
This is
mad
one of the
that
best
VR
games I've
wasn't
ever
even
played in
real.
my entire
Did
life.
you beat it?
Yeah, well, without a doubt, I went straight through it like I had to. Yeah, I love
yeah.
that game. I got all the shit. I didn't 100% it, but I'm pretty close. I probably 90%ed. Like I got and I don't even do quests or anything like that, but that game was so much fun. And for anybody that's like new to video games, I'm like, here, just start here, knock yourself out, and they come back 40 hours later, you know, totally converted.
Okay.
The open world on it is just.
I really, really encourage you to get that game. Like, it was worth getting the Switch by itself. It's so much
I'm
fun.
on it.
Up next, Kirby 7, The Forgotten Land. Again, not for me, but I know there's niggas out there that are excited about Kirby because they're still making
I didn't even
them.
play Breath
Kirby
of the
number
Wild.
7 is on the
I'm
way.
gonna run to play Kirby.
Not for me. Another one that, you know what, this one might be for me, actually.
I'm with
It
this.
is.
Hogwarts
I'm
Legacy?
with this.
What do y'all know about this?
Gryffindor.
Anything?
Yes. Open world.
Do you know your houses?
I'm
Do y'all know
Gryffindor.
what house you're in? I'm a Gryffindor too, and my wife keeps making fun of me.
I'm a
Dang,
family
you're
of Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
The whole house is Gryffindor.
Yeah.
We're all
Damn.
Ravenclaw ass.
My wife is Gryffindor.
Anton dead ass gonna be Slytherin.
Anton would be a Slytherin.
Marcus.
He would
Marcus,
be.
How do I find
Marcus,
this out?
Marcus
How
is
do
probably
you, how
gonna
do you
be
find it out?
Gryffindor.
My wife has a.
How do we do
My wife
this?
has a
Do a little
swing test.
test.
Hop
Next
on
time
Google
you
right
come-
now, and y'all do the test while we're going.
I'm
we're
doing
going
it.
through.
I'm doing it right now. Let's see what house.
Find
am
out.
I?
Oh, okay.
Marcus. What's the other
We
one?
need, like,
Poppy
a
something?
drum roll
That's gonna be
or-
Marcus.
Oh,
What's the other
Hufflepuff.
one?
Poppy something.
What's that? What's that one?
Hufflepuff. He said
Hufflepuff.
Poppy something.
Hufflepuff. That's gonna be Marcus.
Hufflepuff.
I clipped that. Poppy something. All right, you guys do the test. I'm gonna round out these games.
All right.
The next
Yeah.
one, EA Sports PGA Tour 22.
It better have VR
they
mode.
dropped Tiger Woods, but the game is healthy.
Better have VR mode.
Golf
'cause
Plus,
Golf
baby.
Plus is
Golf
sweat.
Plus all day. I'm in there. Golf Plus.
Kevin, I'm gonna come for that ass, bro. No pause. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, nigga. I don't even smack
This
my
nigga
ass.
cannot putt at
I'm
all.
fucking. What's it called?
What are you
Top
talking
golf.
about?
What?
Golf Plus.
Oh,
You're smacking asses and trying to comfort
Right.
things. Relax. No more VR for you,
It's
Jvone.
okay.
Right, hype for the EA Sports PGA Tour. I used to play those games when it was Tiger Woods, at the height of Tiger Woods' popularity, but golf seems kind of fun again. So excited to play that. Next one is Dune, that movie that I fell asleep during, but Dune Spice Wars.
I don't know about
There's
that
a lot
game.
of people
I think
that will
it's
be.
turn-based. But I could be wrong.
This is one that's definitely not for me. But Dune. I know people like to say Dune, so Dune. The next one, it's so similar for me. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I think there's a new movie coming out. This is your tall blue Avatar, not your small Asian Avatar.
The Last Airbender.
Right? We're not
The
bending
goat
hair.
himself.
We're doing the movie one. So Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora coming out. Sounds exciting. And then 2 for Switch, Bayonetta 3, which that's a long-standing franchise. A lot of people are hyped on that. And then myself, this is a fantastic game. Another one, really go. You should go cop, both of you guys, if you don't have it now. Splatoon 3. It's So this, if do you guys know anything about it? You maybe seen it, the
I
characters.
just know the
Oh
character.
hell no!
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so really quickly, it's like the family friendly answer to a shooter game, right? So it's team based shooting, but what the concept is you're paintballing basically. You're shooting ink. So all the characters are little squids, and that's the connection to the ink thing. Does that make
That makes a lot
sense?
of sense.
Yeah.
So like you have your own colors. So there's like a red team and a blue team, for example, and so it's not based on killing each other. It's based on painting the map. So whoever paints the most, like the more of the map. So you're spraying in the ground, right? And you can literally paint the whole map itself, like the walls and everything. And so you can see who's painting up more based on the color. But then you can also splat each other, is what they call it. So you can you can go out there and be a killer. That's not how you win the game, but if you are good at killing people and painting, right, you get the little balance of it. But it's really cool because it's not based on violence, right? And it's got all types of cool customization involved. And then it's got this kind of cool style aspect where they all have, it's like streetwear integrated, which is weird, but they have like sneakers and hats and cool types of clothes and stuff, like all the fun games. But they do a really good job of customization. Family friendly shooter.
They
But
got black characters.
just 100%. They have 100%. But just honestly, like whether it's ink or not, it's not about being family friendly. The game itself is so much fun. Like I would really encourage you guys to check it out. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Cool. We got like 100 more that we'll put in this
Starfield November.
in the bio.
Keep
What's
listening,
that?
you'll hear it
Starfield.
throughout the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you guys wanted to mention? If you have them, top of the dome, please do.
Starfield number 11.
Yeah, I'm Hufflepuff apparently.
Hufflepuff.
That's hilarious. That's so
You're a
funny.
Hufflepuff. I'm always joking, like, who's a Hufflepuff? What does that even
Going through this test right now.
Big dog apparently. What's up? Nah, I'm gonna retake this shit because that shit was random.
My boy's a Hufflepuff. You know what? Here's the thing. Somebody has to be Hufflepuff.
This nigga Anton about to take it 3 times.
Somebody has to be over there, right?
The results,
If not
results
you,
are
then
in.
Marcus, where you at? You almost there?
Yeah, I'm taking the test right now.
It's you
I need the Jeopardy music.
are Hufflepuff.
I feel like I'm getting played.
I
What
mean,
does that mean? I've never watched these, so I don't know. What
Just
that means.
that's what house.
like, boy, it is what it.
Part of.
Did I tell you? I realized that I never watched the ending of it. I just started watching number seven
really?
last night. I was like,
Uh-oh.
I love Harry Potter, and then I realized I got
you-
too old.
what you
and
is?
just kind of what that means.
Just
What you got, Marcus?
Gryffindor.
Look at your boy in House Gryffindor. We got a
Look at
whole
that.
squad except for Anton. That's a good man. Look at that. Well, we'll have to get you caught up.
Have y'all
Go
seen the
watch them
anniversary on
movies,
HBO
son.
Max?
I was just saying, we watched it last night, and we were getting toward the end, and then I realized I never saw.
I watched a little bit
Like, I
of
always
it.
fall asleep by the time we get to number 7 and 8,
Yeah,
so I'm watching them today.
cool to see him all grown up,
I'm
bro.
sleepy.
Sure.
That's what happened, bro. I got adult and then stopped, I don't know, caring about Harry Potter. But I'm gonna go watch it tonight, so we'll get there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, they
I
have
think
it.
actually
Good.
I'm on movie 6. Gotta get through them too.
Look at that. Right on time, we'll have our Harry Potter movie recap. Timely as hell. 20 years late.
Usually. Hey.
Right, 20 years later.
And this is my first time watching it, to be honest.
Oh, word.
Nah,
All
I
right,
never
well,
seen
maybe we
them.
will.
See, I'm not the only one. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
That's
not what I
our
was talking about.
year's kickoff episode, our introduction to 2022. Hyped to get back on our weekly episodes next week.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got any words?
Um,
Not, we out of here.
Deuces.
Let's get the gaming.
Chelsea about to come through.
We out, boyos.
Hey, peace out, peace out.
No reaction.